The first thing I want to tackle today is taking a look at some of the new requirements and differences between being a direct bill or an indirect reseller. All right. There's some major changes here, especially if you are direct. And so let's go ahead and get into this. The bar has raised for direct bill partners. And the bar itself is more attainable now if you are indirect. Let's talk about direct, though, for a second. Let's focus here. For this current fiscal, if you are direct, you need a SBD specific to the solution area in 1 million. The previous threshold was 300,000 in the trailing 12 months in terms of revenue. There's no more gold, silver competency. It's gone. With the raised bar, if you've been operating direct, this is a pivotal time to take a look at your business and reevaluate whether or not you should stay direct, right? Are you going to be able to stay in compliance? Is attaining the SPDs that you do most of your business in something that is easily within reach? Or is this going to take a longer amount of time and we're going to miss out on a boatload of money in the meantime, right? So we'd be happy to speak with anyone that's in that bucket specifically and, just kind of talk one-on-one to give some more guidance here. As it relates to indirect, I mentioned the bar is a little bit more attainable. Here's what I mean by that. Beforehand, to earn incentives in a solution area, you needed an SPD. But with the new changes for FY26, you need 25 points, which technically speaking could just be certification points specific to the solution area incentive, and 25,000 trailing 12 months. Now, this is evaluated every month, right? It's dynamic. It's looked at every month, but it includes the last 5. Meaning, let's say this month, you're at 25 points. You're an indirect, you're at 25 in modern work. Let's say for whatever reason, next month, you drop down to, call it 10 points. You're still going to earn incentives next month because Microsoft takes a look at the current month along with the trailing 5. And you just have to be eligible one time within that current and the trailing 5 to earn incentives. Just be within that eligibility window. Now, there are a lot of indirect partners who, we can probably safely assume are going to see an increase year over year in incentives because of this new bar, right? It's been lowered. It's more attainable. But I also want to point out that the 25 point, the 25,000 threshold, this only has to do with incentives. This has nothing to do with IURs, right? Which is where a lot of the benefits come from when it comes to getting an SPD, right? Especially modern work. When you look at the amount of E5 licenses you get, it's substantial. What do we say it is, Andres? The rough value on that whole package? It's something like
Microsoft markets it as over 100,000 in value.
Yeah. It's crazy, right? So, I point out that, we've got a 25 point threshold. That's all fine and dandy, but that shouldn't be where, as an indirect reseller, we should cap our goal at, right? We always want to be moving forward towards an SPD, towards a specialization, because without either of those things, all of the funding opportunities that Josh was talking about, we're not going to have access to, right?
On top of that, specific to Azure, right? We talked about getting access to funding for Azure. Mm-hmm. And if you leverage the Cloud Accelerate factor, you're a growing business. Oof. How much money are you saving there by not having to spend money on an additional technical resource? I mean, they're not cheap. So, there's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of reasons in some cases. So, but in the short term, the good news is if you're indirect, you're probably going to see a little bit more money potentially than you have in previous years.